Hello, everybody, and welcome to Effective Global Training. This is Rose Shiko, and today I'll be teaching you about mixed multitudes, how to streamline your team for creativity and productivity. At Effective Global Training, we take the resources that you have, the manpower that you have, and then we create a working system for you. So, I want to talk about the mixed multitudes and who are these mixed multitudes. Mixed multitudes, actually, you can find them in the book of Exodus chapter 12, verse 37 to 38. These were people that left Egypt together with the children of Israel. They were not Israelites. That's why they're called mixed multitudes. We really do not know who they really were, but they followed the children of Israel out of Egypt and followed them into the promised land. You know, we're in a world where more is better, bigger is better. So the larger your numbers, then the more successful you are. The larger your church, you're considered more successful. The bigger your organization, you're considered more successful. But sometimes in this organization, in these churches, we have this mixed multitudes. This mixed multitudes that we find in the book of Exodus chapter 12, verse 37 to 38. These are people that we cannot really identify who they really were, but they followed the children of Israel out of Egypt. They could have been maybe other foreigners that were running away from slavery. They could have been people that were as a result of relationships between Egyptians and Israelites. Or they were just simple Egyptian people that were amazed at seeing the wonders and the signs and the miracles that God performed through the children of Israel. So they decided, you know what, let's just follow. The Bible really cannot say who they really are. It's just a matter of trying to figure out who are they. So they are called mixed multitudes. So who are these mixed multitudes people? These are people who are just there. They don't know if they're coming in or going out. They are just there. These are people who are following blindly. They are with you, they're in your organization, they're in your church, but they are just following blindly. You said increase the volume. One moment. Okay. Hope I'm louder and clearer. So we're talking about this mixed multitudes people. These are people that they don't know whether they're coming in or going out. They're just following you. These are people who follow the children of Israel just because they wanted to follow them. They were not supposed to be a part of the plan. They were not supposed to be a part of the promise. So these are people who are just there. They don't know if you're coming in. They don't know if you're going out. These are people who are following blindly. They are just following. You tell them right, they go right. You tell them left, and they go left. These are people you cannot really depend on because they're just there for the sake of being there. So you cannot count on them. You cannot depend on them. These are people who do not carry the vision. They do not see the vision. They don't understand the vision. They are just there. These are people who are basically doing nothing. So you have the numbers. You look good. Your organization looks good. Your church looks good because the numbers are there. But you have this mixed multitude people who are just there following blindly, cannot see the vision, cannot carry the vision. They are not helping. They are not coming in. They are not going out. They are just there, following blindly. And sometimes it takes more work to deal with these people because even if you assign them to a task, you have to follow it up, you have to monitor it. So this mixed multitude people, they are a lot to handle. Yes, they make you look good because you have the numbers, but it's a lot of work putting up with them. And I remember one time, I don't like sports. I really don't like sports because I just get so personal. I don't know how to separate that this is a sport and this is not personal. So I went to a Super Bowl party and I got there and everybody was excited. This one is this team, this one is this other team. But I was just there for the sake of the food and the noise and the fun. So at one point, I think I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I began to do the dishes. And the owner of the house was like, I was even wondering why you came. Now I see you came to wash dishes because you're not even helping. You're not cheering any team. You're just there. And basically, I was just there. I just got there because of the food, because of hanging out with the people. I had no purpose there. So that's how mixed multitudes are. They're just there. Maybe there's free food somewhere. There's free services somewhere. Your organization, your church provides something that they're looking for, that's convenient for them, that's cheap for them, that's that's free for them, or maybe they're just there because they get a paycheck at the end of the day. They really do not care for your vision and your mission. So these are mixed multitudes. They make your numbers look good. They make your church look nice and big, make your organization look big and successful. But these are mixed multitudes. So what do we do with this mixed multitude, these people who are just there? They're not adding value to your team. They are just there. They just followed because let's just follow. So you first have to identify them. You have to identify who these people are. And it's easy to identify them because they're doing nothing. They're just there doing nothing. So that's how you know this is a mixed multitude, because they don't understand where you're going. They don't understand your vision. They don't understand anything. They're basically just there. They show up every Sunday or every Wednesday. They show up to work. But basically they're just there because at the end of the day, there's a paycheck. They're not really into it. So you first have to identify who these people are. Know who your mixed multitude is. Know who your strong team members are. And know who are the mixed multitudes. Then once you identify them, give them a choice. You can give them a choice. If you look at the book of Judges chapter 7, Gideon had an army of about 32,000 people. And the Lord told him, these people are just too many. They are way too many. You have to reduce their numbers. But, just begin by asking them, who wants to be here? Who doesn't want to be here? Who is afraid? And who's brave? And 22,000 people went home. So you can give them a choice. Do you really want to be here? Don't you want to be here? Because those people are just basically there following blindly. So you can give them a choice and ask them, do you really want to be here? Because these people are not adding value. That's the thing. They're not adding productivity. They're not adding creativity. So identify them, number one. Then number two, give them a choice. Do you want to stay? Do you want to go? What do you want? Now, for those that want to stay, because these people are mixed multitudes, they are just there. You can educate them and you can train them. Teach them the culture of the team. Teach them what is expected of them. Train them to work. Because you gave them a choice and they decided, you know what? I want to stay. I've been a mixed multitude doing nothing, but I think I want to stay and do something. So train them and teach them. And then once you've done that, you can allocate them according to their strength and their gifts. They've decided they want to stay. You've taught them. Find out their gifts and their strengths and then allocate them. Because if you don't allocate them well, they're going to be somewhere where they really do not know what to do or they don't feel like doing it, and they'll end up just being like those mixed multitudes. So we're trying to streamline this team. We don't just need the numbers so that we can look good and strong. We need a working number. We need a team that's working for us. So as a leader, it's not just enough to have large numbers, because those large numbers could just be these mixed multitudes. We need people that are going to add value to the team. We need people that are going to produce. So if you have a team and you're enjoying looking at the team and the large numbers that you have, evaluate your team. Do you just have large numbers who are not producing? Or do you have large numbers that are producing? The mixed multitudes. These are people that followed the children of Israel. They were not Israelites. They just followed them for the sake of following them. So in your organization, in your church, do you have mixed multitudes? People who are just there. People who are not adding value. People who are not helping. People who are not producing. Evaluate your team. Eliminate the mixed multitudes. Identify who they are. Give them a choice. Do they want to stay? Do they want to go? Educate and train the ones who say that, yes, I want to remain. Because we want a productive team. It's not just about numbers. Yes, there's strength in numbers, but there's no point of having large numbers that are not working numbers, that are not producing numbers. Have the few people that you have, but they are productive. So look out for your mixed multitudes. Identify them. Don't just be excited by the large numbers. And this was Rose Shiko of Effective Global Training, where we are training teams. We take the resources that you have, the manpower that you have, and we create a working system for you. Thank you.